Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, this just in. Apparently, Terence Crawford and Jermall Charlo are the next options. Not in that order, actually. It's actually Jermall Charlo for May and Terence Crawford for September. And this is according to Salvador Rodriguez, who is a reporter from ESPN Deportes. Just posted this on his social media account. I've had a number of people reach out to me about this, and I wanted you and I to jump on here very quickly and talk about this and also share our thoughts. Now, so first and foremost, and we talked about this yesterday on our live stream, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had Jake Donovan on, and he spoke to it in detail. So if you guys get the opportunity to go back and check that out. But we talked about where Terence Crawford might go, as well as Canelo Alvarez. And the thing about Canelo and Terence Crawford, just because Terence didn't really have a whole lot of options outside of, Errol Spence, and we know that Errol's not even an option right now. So we were wondering, where would Terence Crawford go? And, Jake threw it out there, possibly Canelo Alvarez, and somehow it'd have to be presented to Canelo that's the best alternate or best option for him to maximize his dollars. Now, I've talked about this for a little bit. I don't know exactly what Canelo Alvarez's guarantee is, but I heard that his guarantee was somewhere around $50 million. Now, maybe that's true or maybe it's not true. I have no idea. But $50 million just in pay-per-views, in order to cover $50 million at $89.99, Jay, you're talking about 560,000 pay-per-view buys. Just to cover that. Now, that doesn't include the gate. You're probably going to get 20 to 25 million out of the gate, because I think he got 20 million out of the gate with Jermall Charlo. But let's say you get 25. You know what I mean? So that's going to cover a portion of it. You would need just that to cover, though, Canelo Alvarez. And then, Terence Crawford, I don't know exactly what he got, but I'm assuming Crawford got, 20 million, maybe something like that, to fight Errol Spence. So right there, you're probably talking about another 200-some thousand buys just to cover that. That doesn't include profits that need to be made by promoters. That doesn't include Amazon Prime needing to get their cut, so forth and so on, right? Because all of this, it's all a business, and all these guys need to eat off this in order for it to be profitable for everybody and for them to make the fight. So you're probably talking about, I don't know, man, to make this fight, and also so people actually get paid, I'm thinking you got to go like 1 million buys, right? And what did they say Mel and Canelo did? Maybe 500?
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah, thought it was somewhere like 450 or 5. If you get a chance, look at that. But
probably close to 5.
Dude, if Canelo truly does go down this path, and people are going to twist this into Terence Crawford hate, because no matter what we say, they seem to think we're hating on Terence Crawford just because everything isn't a superlative as it relates to Crawford that's coming out of our mouths. But dog, this is one of the weakest moves I've ever seen, dog. Like you fighting a guy that's moving up one weight class and hasn't been in the ring for quite some time, but didn't look terrific in his last fight either. Maul didn't look great against Benavidez either. Couldn't knock him out, and to me, Benavidez is a blown up 154 pounder. Couldn't knock him out. And I like Maul. I think Maul is skilled, but Maul, come on, man. He's rusty, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Then you think about Crawford, who, is going to come up 3 weight classes. And I know a lot of people think that Terence Crawford can be competitive. Mostly is his fans that think he can be competitive. Not only competitive, but actually win the fight. And I understand that. And it's not hate towards Terence Crawford. I just think that there's weight classes for a reason. And I think it's weak to pull up a guy, regardless of what level of skill he's at, best pound for pound fighter in the world or not. I think it's weak to pull up a guy 3 weight classes below you to make the fight. Now, would I be pulling for Crawford? Sure. Do I think Crawford would be competitive in terms of, just having that overall dog and being like one of the more skillful fighters Canelo ever been in the ring with? Absolutely. But there's weight classes for a reason. I'd be pulling for Crawford, but man, I personally like, dude, fight. If he were to fight David Benavidez and then turn around and say he's going to fight Terence Crawford, I wouldn't complain about it.
I have a problem with that.
You go not fight the dude that's sitting right there in your weight class, man, and looked spectacular, and a number of people want to see you in the ring with them. Man, it's weak, dog. Bro, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I just checked on Mel and Canelo. They said Dan Rafael said they did between 650 and 700.
Okay.
So I mean, we know Maul versus Canelo won't do nearly that, and I don't think Terence and Canelo would do that neither. My biggest issue,
I think Terence and Canelo would do it. If Terence, because Terence's profile is bigger now since
how this
Errol
next
Spence.
fight looks. Depends on how this next fight looks as well. But I mean, for me,
what is this next fight?
It's just bother. It pisses me off that David Benavidez is not getting his just due, getting his shot. All the BS excuses. He hasn't fought anybody. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. And here we go. Mel gets to fight Canelo. Now potentially Maul and then Bud. Come on, man. Just stop with the BS. That's a clear ass duck. I don't care what nobody says. That's a clear ass duck on that. Maul doesn't deserve the shot with Canelo at all. He just had one fight in the last 2.5 years. Hell, he's not even defending his own belt at 160. They need to go ahead and take that strap from him and let someone else fight for that belt at 160 as well. But moving up to 168, 3 weight classes, skill for skill, but it's better than Canelo. I don't think he can overcome the weight difference due to that. I don't think he'll overcome the weight difference because Canelo is a very skilled fighter, but Crawford is better, but that weight is a big difference. They make weight classes for a reason. Also, another take. What is Bud going to do? Is Bud going to sit out a whole year to fight Canelo? Because if he's fighting Canelo in September, that means he would have sat out over a year, which we know Bud don't like to sit out that long. Bud likes to try to stay active. So if he's going to fight someone in the meantime, it's not going to be Spence, whoever that may be. That means he has to re-sign with PBC to fight Canelo for the 3rd fight, because he would already be done with his deal with PBC with the 2-fight deal he had. Now this is just ridiculous. I'm all for fighters getting their money, but come on, man. This is Canelo way of getting out of it. I can't be mad at Bud trying to get money and trying to do his best. That'd be a challenge for him without a doubt. We know that. But Canelo, it's a duck on Canelo's side because his biggest threat is in his weight division, has been his mandatory for 2 years plus, and he's ducking him again. This would be like the 4th fight he hasn't fought Benavidez. It's BS. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of the Canelo apologists coming in. Well, he can do whatever he want. They haven't fought anybody. But then he falls Mel. Oh, it's cool. He brought him up. Everyone he's fighting right now, he's bringing them up in weight classes. Make it make sense. Make it make sense where it's cool that supposedly the best fighter out there is bringing everyone up to fight him when he has someone in his weight class right there and he's not fighting them. It's trash, man. I don't like it not one bit. Not one bit. You shouldn't. No one should support the fight.
Yeah, I struggle to say not to support Terence Crawford fight because I'm
not saying against. It's not. This is all due to Canelo, not Terence, not Maul. They're fighting. It's a challenge for them, but they're in indirect damage. They're collateral damage on this because Canelo's pulling this BS move.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see how interested people are if these are the fights that are made. Of course, we'll be watching. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast on Sports Media, and we are out.